Hey, good morning. Chapter 11 of 2 Corinthians. And it seems Paul is dealing with some false teachers that have come through. He calls them actually super apostles that have come through the church in Corinth. And he says, that if someone comes and proclaims another Jesus, the one we proclaimed, or you receive a different spirit from the one you received, or accept a different gospel, and it says you put up with that, and that the Corinthian church seems to be putting on, allowing these super apostles to come. And it appears that they're taking their money, and Paul says, God knows what I do. I maybe I should have taken money from you, but that's not what I'm going to do. I'm gonna minister to you. Everything was paid for by other churches for me to minister to you. And he goes on to say, are they saying they're Hebrews? And he says, so am I. Are they saying they're Israelites? He says, so am I. Are they saying they're offspring of Abraham? So am I. Are they servants of Christ? He says, I'm a better one. And Paul is really almost like laying out his credentials for why they should listen to him, the Corinthian church, as opposed to these super apostles. And then Paul describes that he's has had far greater labor, far more imprisonments, countless beatings, and been oftentimes near death. And goes on to lay out his suffering for the Lord. And that's what he boasts in, that he has given his life to serve and to preach the gospel. And he says that the God and Father of the Lord Jesus, he who is blessed forever, knows I am not lying. So Paul is really trying to convince the church that they need to listen to him. They need to listen to his writings. They need to obey his gospel message, as opposed to these super apostles that seem to be coming in and probably more eloquent than Paul, probably more convincing than Paul. But Paul is saying that he has the true gospel and has suffered to the point of death in defense of the gospel. So, kind of a interesting chapter, certainly pertinent more to their time than ours, except telling us that we should also listen and understand Paul's writings, because he certainly suffered to the point of death for what he had to say and to write. So, have a great day. God bless. We'll get into chapter 12 of 2 Corinthians tomorrow. Have a great day.